On this week's episode of the Big Eyes podcast, Boruto goes through some changes, Goku finally gets some directions, and can Zipman be the new biggest thing? All this on the new episode of the Big Eyes podcast. Welcome to a new episode of the Big Eyes podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. By the time you hear this, I would have seen the new My Hero movie, which I don't know, man. I might do a little special episode about that. Today is Pokemon Day, so if you listen to this, go to the Lookout RNC page and enter the giveaway. We're giving away 3 shiny starters from the new Pokemon Sword and Shield series. So yeah, tap in with that. Man, got a lot happening in manga, so let's get right into it. I'm really catching myself becoming a fan of the Boruto series. Especially these last couple chapters, this whole kind of fight with Burrow has been it's drawn me in. I'm gonna be real. I'm not a fan of the TV show like that. Like, it's all right. Boruto, Naruto in general. I'm really new to it more than anything. But Boruto has really starting to grow on me, especially with this last couple chapters. As Team 7 is fighting Boruto to try to save Naruto. Some big moments where I think the funniest moment in all this is that, Team 7 really bands together to defeat Boruto. So what they seem, and, when they think they've kind of won this battle, he regenerates, and Kawaki is just kind of like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, he's like has scientific tools, and hey, he can do this. I forgot all about this, which it seems like a big thing that someone should remember. But they figure out that he has these amazing regenerative powers where he can get like half of his body blown off, and it really doesn't change or phase anything. So one of the takebacks though, or one of the weak points they figure out is that for this scientific tool to work, it has to have a core, and more powerful the scientific tool is, the bigger the core is, and to be able to have regenerative powers like this is going to take a pretty big core. So Kawaki kind of tells Sarada, who's the Team 7 leader that they nominated, she's pretty much like, yo, listen, you're the only person that could figure out where this core is, who can see it. We're just going to do an all-out attack, and we're going to stall him until you can figure it out, and we'll figure something out. So, they go on this all-out attack. Sarada's kind of sitting there waiting and trying to figure it out. She finally sees it. She's like, listen, I can either yell it out and he's going to move it again, or I have to figure out a way to kind of attack now, which gives us this, like, all cute moment of Sarada using her dad's technique, the Shidori, and she uses it, then rips out the core. Kind of takes everyone aback. Boruto's like, yo, that's old man Sasuke's move. So it was pretty dope to see that moment. They rip out this core, and they think that the kind of battle is won again. But instead, Boruto kind of, the scientific tool kind of takes over, and Boruto is kind of turning into this, in Little Mermaid when Ursula becomes really big and all, he pretty much turns into that. But he's unstable, so he's really just, they're like, yo, listen, he's unstable. Let's go try to hurry up and save your dad while he's trying to, not blow up, it seems like. So they save Naruto. But as they save Naruto, they bro is not done yet. He's the fight's not done yet, and in his huge monstrous state, he starts kind of flinging Team 7 around. He's completely manhandling them, and in this moment, Boruto gets taken over by the karma. It turns him into kind of like this half demon, half human thing, but he's completely taken over mentally by this karma, and it gives him this wild power boost that allows him to really wash Burrow like quickly. He uses his Rasengan, and it's 15 times stronger than before. He completely wipes him out, and as this is happening though, his team is looking on and is like pretty much like, what is going on with Boruto? Like, why does he look this way? What is going on? And by the end, after Boruto kills him in this state, before he turns back to a normal kid, he's pretty much like, no, not yet. I'm not gonna take over you yet. You're gonna wait. But I'm just letting you know that anytime I kind of want to take over, I will. And as Boruto kind of passes out, he doesn't really remember anything. And this kind of battle between Boro and Team 7, it comes to an end with Naruto being saved, Team 7 coming out on top, which is pretty dope. And it ends with a nice little cliffhanger where you think Jigen's life is on the line. And as there's some inner turmoil with the evil clan, I'm excited to see where they what they do with this and what's the next direction. Like, Boruto it's been a fun read. I've been enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying the manga of Boruto much more in the show, especially these last few chapters. Like I said before, they just been really on point. In Dragon Ball Super, where they've allowed the Z fighters to have their fun. Chatu lays out some bars on the middleman. I love how Tien's like I didn't know that, like, pretty much like, I didn't know you could roast. He was like, Chatu's like, Tien, you suck at insulting people. But no, they're really reaching a point where the Z fighters, they had their upper hand. They're having their fun. But now it is time for the Z fighters to kind of get put back into their place. And now we're waiting for the big fight to happen. As you know, they're fighting the prisoners on Earth. Moro has yet to come down. He's there. He's in the stratosphere, but he has yet to come down. You see Krillin, you see Master Roshi. They're all kind of, they're fighting their respective battles. Master Roshi once again is trying to fight the power of horniness to stay alive. But the enemy is now reaching that point where they're like, okay, we're gonna start making these guys a little too much for them. So now they are, they are wanting to, they're calling for Goku now. They're like, okay, where are our big dogs at? During this fight, and while they're fighting, Moro does decide, like, you know what, I think it's time. And he slowly levitates down. He interrupts the battle that has the androids Piccolo and Gohan. He interrupts that battle, and he comes down, and everyone's just shook. They're just like, "Yo, this is pure evil." Like, you can feel the souls screaming out of him. Like, you feel this evil chi, this pure evil chi inside of him. And immediately they know, like, yo, we are completely outmatched at this moment in time, but we need to hold on until Goku and Vegeta get here. Goku, who is still lost in space. We don't know where Vegeta is at. Vegeta has not made his appearance yet, and that kind of makes me happy because it makes me feel that they're going to, build him up for something strong. I know I would be ecstatic if Vegeta finally has his moment where he beats the main villain. Dragon Ball Super has done the best job of making Vegeta look strong, like strong as hell. I think it does a better job than Z. Y'all can fight me with that one. Um, but no, it's done a really good job of making Vegeta look, ridiculously strong. So I wonder what's gonna happen when he finally arrives. But no, so Moro pulls up. All this fighting is happening. You can see, you see Chi-Chi and all them. They're watching on these TVs on the lookout. They're, things are happening. It's a lot of action at once. But it's really reaching that point where the Z fighters are like, okay, this is a little too much for us right now. And as Goku's still lost in space, he's like, yo, listen, I need to get back to Earth. I could kind of sense their chi. What is going on? And he's concentrating, and as their battles keep going, their chi is lessening, and finally Krillin's just like, he lets out this like scream, and Goku's finally like, I found you, homie. Like, I can always count on you. No matter where I'm at in this ends of the earth, I will find you, Krillin. And so Goku finally senses their chi. He senses the direction of where Earth is, and he pulls up last minute in his beautiful heroic stance. But he's there like, I'm here to save all you guys. And that's where it ends. But I'm very surprised that they're holding off on Vegeta for so long. I'm excited for it, with the next chapter to see what really happens. Do we hold off on Vegeta longer? Is there, does he pull up? So yeah, Dragon Ball Super. This chapter was, I enjoyed it. Where they're doing their Dragon Ball thing. We're actually probably not gonna see this actual battle until like June. But this appearance by Goku, he finally finds his way back, and things are now about to start hitting, everybody's favorite part of Dragon Ball, where you get to see Goku pull out something crazy. You get to see the Z fighters with their backs against the wall and see what wild thing they pull out of their back pocket, what new transformation, what new skill is going to be introduced. So that was this week's chapter of Dragon Ball Super. I don't know. I see a lot of potential there. I really feel that they really have something with Zipman. So if you have not read it, it really follows the story of these two brothers named Konami and Koshiro. Konami's the older brother. He's the brawn. He's the muscle. Koshiro is like this tech genius who started his own big. He's kind of like Elon Musk, where he started this big tech company at like 15 years old. And pretty much Koshiro is when you start this, you presume him to be dead. But in reality, his soul was taken and put into this robot suit of their favorite superhero, Jackman. And I don't know, man, this story is really cool. It mixes like the robots and the robots are all kind of based on popular figures or popular superheroes, popular monsters in this time. There's one that looks kind of like a Transformer. There's Godzilla. So it's pretty cool, man. I'm really liking it so far. It kind of has this playfulness and like of My Hero, but I don't know. I don't. It kind of is a mecha manga because it does deal with robots, but it's nothing on the verge of like something like Gundam. But pretty much though, Koshiro's soul gets taken. It gets put into this this robot, which has a big zipper on it, and a person can go into the robot and control it. So his brother controls it since he's pretty much all the muscle, and they kind of work together, and they're trying to figure out like pretty much who did this to his brother. And so they're fighting these other robots. One, there's one in the middle of a chapter where one of them takes over the school, and you have to fight each boss level. So man, so far Zipman is a really fun read. It keeps you interested. It like really pretty much dives you right into the story. But the latest chapter, during this battle at the school when they're fighting the final boss, Konami's brother Koshiro, who's already had his soul taken once, has his soul taken again, and Konami is pretty much manning this robot without kind of his brothers. His brother's really the brain behind things. So he's manning this robot without these brains, and they have this team together at Kashiro's tech company called SteelX, but they're underground right now because they've already been attacked. So kind of like the couple people Kashiro trusted, they're running this team. So they're out here fighting crime. They're fighting other robots that are out there. And the main villain, they just call him the chairman. He, in the latest chapter, he sends out this PSA, pretty much telling people like, listen, if you want to live your wildest dreams of being whatever figure that you wanted to be in these robot suits, pretty much like come to Death Row Records, come to us, and we are able to give you this power. So Zipman, Konami and Kashiro's, that's their hero name. So he's pretty much going out here and fighting these robots. And at the end of the latest chapter, the chairman sends another video to them, pretty much with another, Zipman suit. And as you know, he has gotten control of Kashiro's soul again. So we're under the impression that this new suit that looks just like his current suit is his brother trapped in there. But no, so man, I've really been enjoying reading Zipman. There's so many different things that I really enjoy about it, from kind of like I said before, the playfulness of it. The action scenes, the fighting scenes they're really fun. The storyline's really good. I like, even though their resolve, they're teenagers, so their resolve, of course, is revolving around trying to impress this girl that they both kind of been going after. But this story has a lot of potential. You can see a lot of potential in this story. Once again, it's 11 chapters in. When I start kind of like lately, man, when I've been jumping into new series, I've been kind of letting them run a little bit so I can get a little bit more kind of like, okay, this is what it's all about. I've been kind of letting them run, at least 10 chapters in, but no, Zipman is very fun. I think they really do have something there, and I hope like it continues to grow and continues to build on it. Like, I hopefully continues to pick up steam. I'm definitely gonna be on the Zipman bandwagon with this one. But this last chapter though, they really, chapter 11, they really left us on a cliffhanger, which was really dope. Just trying to figure out like where's his brother's soul at right now. Is it in this new robot? What's really going on? But Zipman chapter 11, once again, a new manga that's really has really shown some great promise, and I'm excited to see where they go on from here. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's episode of the Big Eyes Podcast. Once again, I am your host, LJ. You can follow me on Twitter at Jamal SLM or Instagram at Straw Hat LJ. Once again, guys, I'm now on the Lookout RNC network, so you can follow the Lookout RNC on Twitter at the Lookout RNC. Once again, big stuff coming, more anime, more manga content. Once again, today is Pokemon Day, so enter the giveaway. Thank you guys once again so much for listening. Stay plus ultra. Peace.